Hi everyone, it's Karynjean and welcome back to the channel. What I'm doing today is I'll be making a thank you card. So I'm doing a voiceover here because I've been piecing this together. You can see I've tried different. I have my Simon Hurley inks up in the left-hand corner. I tried using the distress crayons, which I didn't like. I was trying to go for a certain look. So what I've done here is I have Karynjean 90-pound watercolor paper, and I'm using my new Arteza watercolor pens, and I had dampened the paper. I just had water on my hand, and I dampened the paper a little bit. And I picked out 3 colors, a blue, a red, and a yellow, which are very much like the 3 Simon Hurley colors that I was going to be using, Clear Skies, Prom Queen, and Psych. So I'm just trying to go for some watercolor blotches. You see that I was wiping the nib off there because I was picking up some of the other colors to get them to blend a little bit. So yeah, what I'm not liking is I don't have the pink area wet enough, so you're seeing those brush strokes, and you'll see later on where suddenly they disappeared, and off camera I took a wet brush to kind of smooth that out a little bit. What is in that just water bottle there is, it's water, but it also has some of the what I call sparkles. It's in a watercolor medium. It's an iridescent thing. I've had it for years, and I add it. I usually put it in when I'm dyeing paper as well. So that is what I have at the moment. I'm just cleaning up a little bit here. And yeah, so that's what I have, and I'm going to let that sit for a little while to dry. And as I said, off camera, I fixed that pink area a little bit with a wet brush. You see here, I'm just trying to dry it back a little bit with my heat tool. So that's what that was. And you can see the paper did get a bit warped, but that's okay. And there, as you can tell, that pink area looks a lot different because I was able to add water to that. So it's a thank you card. I'm matting it on a layer of black and then onto the card base itself, and that's the thank you. I have some of these sentiments already done up. It's one of the things you can do if you lose your mojo and stuff like that, is just do a mass make of sentiment strips so that you have them on hand. And then this is the flagging, the double-sided adhesive flagging tip that I picked up from watching Natasha Foote, who is a card maker based in, I believe, New Zealand. I love her video. She's so clever in what she does, and her ideas are marvelous. So yeah, this is just a little bit of the boring part, but basically what you do is you put down the double-sided adhesive, you pull back the corners so that you can just a little bit to help you in order to center it onto the card, and put a piece down in the middle to get it centered, not get it centered, to help secure it in the middle. And I was having trouble making those flags, so I had to get my pokey tool there. And I should just automatically reach for that, to just pull that up a little bit, and see, you just make that little flag there. Yeah. So I'm recovering well from my foot surgery, and why I'm making this card is a friend of mine was so nice, and she gifted me a Grubhub gift certificate because she knew it was going to be difficult for me to go shopping and do food prep and things like that. So that really was most welcome. It did cover me for a few meals, and I really appreciate that. So I just wanted to let her know how much I appreciate her friendship and her thoughtfulness. So, and of course, even doing this, sometimes I get things a little bit wonkadoodle where they're just not centered, and or a little bit crooked, and I don't fuss about that. It's a handmade card. and I like having imperfections in things. I think the Amish quilters actually quilt in imperfections in their quilt because of their belief that there's nothing perfect in this world, only God is perfect. So that makes sense to me because we are all made perfectly imperfect, right? So, yeah. And then just putting that, I also gave that a bit of a black matte too. And I think it kind of brings out the little bit of the watercolor bit that it's on top of as well. And there I am putting it on to, well, figuring out, making sure I cut it all down right. And then again, the same concept and getting those flags pulled up and getting that centered on the card base. So, and the glue that I had used on the back of it was the Ranger Multi-Medium in the matte finish. It doesn't dry as quickly as the Arc Glitter Glue. If I had used Arc Glitter Glue, the moment I put it down, I wouldn't have been able to move it. So the Ranger does give you a little bit more wiggle room, right? No pun intended, so that you could wiggle that around to make sure it's centered. And here is our finished product. I put a little bit of, those are actually pops of color in clear. There might even be a couple of, oh my gosh, I can't think of it. Oh my gosh. The other clear stuff that I use to make those things, but that's our thank you card finished. So thank you for stopping by. Have a wonderful day.